Good morning and welcome into Boston has entered the chat. A beautiful July 11th in the Salem 5 studios. George Balekji, Travis Thomas, locked in with you guys for the next hour, bringing you the best. Man, it's been a good week, my man.
It's been a great week.
Locked in with y'all Monday through Friday. You know where to catch us, 8 to 9 a.m. on Nessa, 9 to 10 a.m. on Nessa Nation. But it's been fun.
Yes.
And you know who's having, I'd say, the only group of people having more fun than us?
Yeah.
Well, they call Fenway home, and that's the Red Sox.
Yes.
7 wins in a row for the Sox, 4-3 win over Tampa.
Yeah.
In the wild card spot. We'll get into that later on in the show.
It's not a coinky-dink that we've had a great week. We've been on a win streak.
Yep.
Because the Sox have been on a win streak. That's why we're so happy here on a Friday.
It's palpable in the city. I always say, when the Red Sox are winning and in the playoffs, it feels different here. We'll also get into Marcus Smart. Could he be coming back to Boston? What? Is a reunion with the Celtics on the table? And does it make sense? And we'll also get into some highlights of Wilt Chamberlain.
Yes.
Did
you say highlights?
Yeah. High school highlights of Wilt Chamberlain. Still don't have the 100-point game, but we got that. Check it out later on in the show.
High school highlights?
Let's talk Boston Celtics.
What a tease.
So Marcus Smart is expected to be bought out by the Washington Wizards. Your Washington Wizards.
Congratulations to Marcus Smart. Get the hell out of there.
Exactly. $22 million is what he's on the books for. He'll be 31 this upcoming season.
Okay.
Good defensive guard, all of that.
Sure.
But obviously, Marcus Smart buyout cannot be mentioned, with that back end of the sentence being, does a reunion with the Celtics happen? I don't know if it's reports, but I'll say by Jake Weinbach, who does report on the NBA, a potential reunion between Marcus Smart and the Celtics would not be off the table. The Wizards, they carry 17 players, would reportedly prefer to send Smart to a desired location, and that's a key.
Okay.
Now, here is a reaction. Hyperbolic chamber Tatum. I like that.
I like that too.
We lost Marcus, a top-tier defensive guard, got Drew. Drew gone. Bring back Marcus Smart, who's the heartbeat of this team, and we get better, not worse. A leader, loved by the city, who plays elite-level defense. Give me that. That's what Blood Runs Green says. Then Resso Tap. I like Smart, but not enough to go back to watching him chuck up threes he has no business taking. Not a fit for what the Celtics want to do.
I'm with Resso Tap.
Okay, so why are you with Resso Tap on this one?
Well, I love Marcus Smart, man. But at the end of the day, we've been there, done that. I just don't want to go back to that. Now, what's weird about saying this is the Celtics this season, upcoming, could use everything he brings. Yeah. Right? You need scoring. You certainly need leadership. You certainly need defense. You can never have enough of any of those. But because there's a history there, I don't want to do it again. I'm still building around the idea of Tatum coming back and retooling to go for another championship. And I just don't think Marcus Smart fits into that formula, hence why he was shipped out of here. And then they built the correct formula and got 1 ring. Should have had more. So I'm good with it. I do want to see him do well. I think at this stage of his career, he's at a crossroads here of what am I? What's my brand? Do I still want to be a starting point guard in this league and make all the money? Okay, you're going to end up on a team like the Wizards. Like, it may not be the Wizards, but it's going to be like that somewhere else. You're going to go to a young team with a bunch of young dudes. They stink. They're trying to figure out how to be pros.
Or he could get somewhere closer. New York Knicks. It all depends on what his price would be,
that's where I'm going. I'm saying if he wants to be the star guy, the main character, he can do that and make his money on a bad team. Yeah. Okay? Where I'm saying he's at a crossroads, and it sounds like both of us thinks he should go this other way, which is, let me go to a contender. Yeah. Let me come off the bench. Let me be a spark plug, which is what he is. He's energy. Bring me off the bench on a really good team, rotational dude, come in, play defense, hit a couple threes, wave at the crowd, and get out of here, and maybe I get a ring, right? Yeah. I think he needs to figure that out. I do not believe the Celtics fit into any of the equation. I don't think Brad Stevens is going back. Yeah. There's a lot of big name point guards available right now. Marcus Smart, you could go Dame Lillard if you're looking beyond, like when Tatum comes back, because he's not going to help you this year. Yeah. Russell Westbrook's out there, CP3's out there. I don't want any of them. I would rather give Peyton Pritchard an opportunity to start. Yeah. And have some sort of insurance plan or backup plan. So I'm looking at guys who's still available, like a Cameron Payne. I like Cam Payne. I think he's a dude who can come in. He's well-liked by teammates. He's been all around the league. He's a journeyman at this point. Yeah. But he is what he is. He plays defense. He's a serviceable guy, decent shooter, not great. But that's someone who could be your starter if you need him to in spots, or he could come off the bench if Pritch is really good. Yeah. Like, I'm looking for players like that kind of fit into the culture.
Yeah.
I don't think we've just seen the Marcus Smart movie and it's over.
Bingo.
Right?
That's it right
We've
there.
Seen it. We've already seen it.
We've seen Marcus Smart with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and it didn't work out. And you know who else saw it? Brad Stevens. And what did he do? He moved Marcus Smart to get Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis in this building.
Yes.
And that won a ring. Marcus Smart did a lot for the city, and he'll always be polarizing in Boston.
Of course.
You loved him or you hated him. He was a great defender, would make the big plays, would bring the crowd to their feet, but then he would silence the crowd in disbelief because he took an ill-advised shot late in the game. Now, towards the end of his Boston tenure, that was his best basketball because he understood, I take 11, 12 shots a game, and the two guys to my left and right, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they're the closers. Yeah. They're the dudes. Yeah. But I'll help bring them to that point.
Right.
That's when you play the best basketball. But now he's 4 years older, and as those guys are, and you want Jason Tatum, whenever he returns from a torn Achilles, Jaylen Brown coming off a partially torn meniscus and the surgery, then you want older Marcus Smart next to him. We've seen the movie. No one wants the sequel if it makes for basketball decisions and even business decisions with this. He's still only 31. He can get paid out there.
Yes.
He's not 36 coming off an injury. He's not at a mid-level exception
point. Not from
point.
contenders, though. Not from contenders.
He could.
You think?
Dude, there are guys that are under the bench making Dennis Schroeder got $15 million a year. Dennis Schroeder. Don't rule out who could get paid out there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But where I look at this, to your point on what does Marcus Smart want?
Yes.
You want to be part of a rebuild that may never get back to the mountaintop? Where, if you want to eat it, you're getting $22 million no matter what. San Antonio with Wemby.
Oh, my God.
That's it. Go to L.A. with LeBron. New York, and maybe come off the bench, or maybe start. Orlando. Be another defender for them to have come off the bench. Cleveland. They need defenders. They have the scoring.
Yeah.
I know it's Cleveland, but, man, you were just in Memphis and Washington. You could deal with Cleveland for a year. That's where you go with the avenues of teams that are closer to getting to that. Go play with the greatest in the game, Denver. Go to Milwaukee, where they're still trying to build around Giannis. All of that makes sense for him and for the Celtics. What I liked about them is they picked an avenue and a lane. They're going with a retool, as Brad Stevens wants to call it. It's a rebuild for me, but it's going to be quick. But do the rebuild and stick to it. Don't bring Marcus Smart back.
Is there any scenario? We should entertain this because we agree on this.
In what scenario does Marcus Smart return to Boston?
Is there any scenario that it makes sense to bring him back? Is it the financials? Is it the... I say no. I think because of the history. I can't.
He's also not a good enough shooter for Joe Mazzulla.
I'm literally trying to figure out how it would make sense. Yes, he's an Ime Udoka. Okay, are we missing it?
Houston.
Is it Houston?
He could.
He's an Udoka guy, right?
Why? They have a lot of defense and need more closing scoring, but he can help with that second unit.
We talk about him coming off the bench, humbling yourself. Houston makes a lot of sense, George.
And mentor Amen Thompson, who's a great defender already. But we saw his lapses in the playoffs, especially matching up with Steph.
Boy, they're good.
Marcus Smart to Houston. Team. Again, so everything we go through, what makes sense for Marcus Smart?
Yes.
We genuinely have not said Boston.
No.
And so for that reason, too, Boston has to genuinely say, we're not going to bring him back. It doesn't make sense for us.
Is there any part of him that you sense he wants to stick it to the Celtics? In other words, yeah, maybe Houston makes sense. Maybe LeBron and the Lakers. But Marcus Smart goes, no. I want to go to the Knicks. I want to go to the Magic. I want to go and try and stick it to my old team. Do you think he's built like that? And question A. Question B, is he a good enough player to actually stick it to the Celtics? Which is where I'm at, because I don't think it matters. If you want to stick it to the Celtics and you sign with the Magic or whatever, you're not that good to take. That's a problem. I think he thinks he is, George.
To answer both your questions in one word, yes and no.
Right.
He wants to stick it to the Celtics. He's not good enough to make a difference.
Okay.
But he's good enough to add depth and make an impact in the playoffs. But he's not someone where if a team wins a ring or makes a deep run, there'll be the fans that go, remember Marcus Smart, what he did at the end of the fourth quarter in Game 3? That's fine. But it's not Marcus Smart over the course of a postseason. And that's the reality of the conversation with him. I get heart. I get energy. I get the big plays. Why did the Celtics win an NBA title? They could put the ball in the bucket, and they could be mother effers on the other end of the floor. Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Drew Holiday. That's why they won it. He's not an end-to-end player. He plays on one end really well. The other end, it's suspect.
Okay, I wrote 3 tiers here. Stay with me, because I'm going to take you all over the place. You ready? All right, I wrote first tier, best fit. Second tier, I wrote down money. Third tier, I wrote down all the above. You with me?
Yeah.
Best fit is Houston. I think we agree. It's the coach who loves
Houston, San Antonio.
Come
let's
off the
go
bench.
Houston.
Yeah, let's go Houston because of Ime.
Yeah.
Okay. Money, I just wrote sucky teams. Like, it doesn't matter. Take your pick. It's not the Wizards. It'll be someone else.
The Heat.
Teams that don't matter.
Phoenix,
you
maybe
can go. You can get
76ers.
paid. You'll get playing time. Whatever. We know what that means. All the above. I think it's Giannis. Giannis, for whatever reason.
Best fit in money.
Yes. Giannis, for whatever reason, is shoehorning himself to that franchise. I've been saying for 2 years now, get the hell out of Milwaukee. Take the cheese curds with you, but get out of there.
You like that city, too.
I love Milwaukee, but I don't like the franchise, not for Giannis. He needs to go somewhere and get more rings. He's too great of a player to only have one ring, and that's exactly what he's going to be for his legacy if he stays there, okay? But that's another topic for another chat. He's staying in Milwaukee, okay? So they get Miles Turner, got it. You get rid of Dame, okay, but if you get a Marcus Smart, that's somewhere he can get paid and be the man, or one of them. Giannis needs help. Who the hell wants to go to Milwaukee? So I think that might be the best of both worlds, where he can get paid and he can get a lot of burn and be a star alongside Giannis. Mm-hmm. I like Milwaukee.
It would make sense.
And stick it to the Celtics, conceivably.
Defensively, they'd be great. I just think it feels like they keep bringing back the same core in Milwaukee. They would need to add more. And again, what's his price tag? Because you need to get scores in some way. They need to take the big swing. They need to put more around Giannis in Milwaukee.
You don't like the fit in Milwaukee?
No, and here's my thing. This is why I think I don't like the fit with Marcus Smart. He's a defender. Yeah. Now, if he embraces that with his role and his price tag, that's fine. But I'm not going to knock the guy to want to go out there and get the bag again.
Sure.
Think about it like this, too. When we talk about rebuilds and mentorship and like what the Celtics are in, they're in a retool. The Wizards have been, what would you call it they've been for the last 20 million years?
Yeah, I would say...
Poverty franchise?
Humbly speaking, basketball hell is what I would call it.
A team in basketball hell saw a guy that's smart, has experience, and can be a mentor and said, go ahead.
Yeah, right.
Who has a really young core. Why would the Celtics want to bring that into?
Didn't that happen with the Grizzlies, too? Or he just got traded? I can't remember the
Grizzlies traded him, but same thing, too.
Same thing.
Same thing.
He could have mentored Ja.
That is part, yes. That is part of the NBA where teams make these decisions where they go, we know the guy's a good player. He could be a good mentor. We got to give this 23-year-old run. We need to figure out what we have with him. What the Celtics, the Grizzlies, and the Wizards have told us, Marcus Smart is what he is. Defense first guard, can't shoot, sometimes plays out of his shoes, but brings good energy. Yeah. And you know what? You can find those guys.
Bro, you talking sort of about the reputation of him and where we've seen him and his career.
He's loved in the city. He's loved in the community.
I think he always will be, which is another reason you don't bring him back, right? Like, let's leave it be what it is. We'll always respect Marcus.
It'll always be gold.
Yes, but if you come back, something goes wrong, you're in pain, then it tarnishes that. So I like that. So that's a good point. But I also, talking this out with you, as we kind of talk about his resume, it's more reason to go to a contender and just play a role and keep your mouth shut. Be a rotational guy, come off the bench, provide energy, provide defense, hit a couple shots here or there, and get the hell out of the game and help your team win. Yeah. Because I think for his legacy, big picture, he needs to be synonymous with winning. He needs to be, well, when we think of Marcus Smart years from now, maybe when his career's over, it would behoove him to become a sixth man, to become a guy who came off the bench and provided all the things that we know he can. He is never going to be who I think he thinks he is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think he thinks he's a star and he's box office and he's marquee, and he's not. He's not. If I'm him now at this stage, and maybe there's someone in his team, and I don't mean literally, I mean like the people around him, his posse. Maybe someone in his camp is telling him that. I hope so, because that would be the right move. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I go to Ime, man. I would. And I still think Milwaukee's the best of both worlds, where he can get paid. He can kind of be the guy. But I think Houston, because he trusts that coach and because of the culture that Ime Udoka has built there, he would work in that rotation coming off the bench. Remember, they lost Dylan Brooks. He could be their new Dylan Brooks.
That's a great call right
Dylan Brooks was that role.
Better shooter, but yes.
He's a better player than Dylan Brooks. I'm just talking about the role.
No, I get it.
Right? Tough guy, defense, look at me, we're tough. Marcus Smart can do that better than Dylan Brooks.
You know where I always come in? Where does the money make sense? Minnesota, Detroit, Milwaukee, Golden State.
They don't want
They have the tax space for him.
He can't shoot.
San Antonio, and if he really wants to squeeze the margins and play with the GOAT, it could be Denver. But he doesn't make sense in Denver.
Well, Jokic said, I'm not re-signing here. Did you see that
Yeah.
story? No one talked about that. It just went under the... Jokic said, yeah, I'm not signing that. So I don't know if Denver's the right place right about now.
And where do you get the stability, though? Some of the teams I named, and that's what starts with. It's San Antonio. But it's Minnesota with Ant Edwards.
Sure.
It's Detroit with Cade Cunningham and what they're building.
Yeah.
Milwaukee's a big question mark.
I like Milwaukee.
You know what you get with Golden State. You know what you get with San Antonio. You know what you're getting with Houston.
I like all those pieces. I think we nailed it. Marcus Smart has to figure out what Marcus Smart wants for his legacy.
End it with this before we go to the break.
Okay.
One team, you got to name it. Where does Marcus Smart end up? You putting money on it, you're betting on it.
I think he's going to Ime.
Yeah, you talked it. I like that. Just for me to switch up the convo, I'll go a different direction. I'll go Minnesota.
Okay.
But both make a ton of sense.
They do.
And you know what? Neither of us have we couldn't convince ourselves for the fit.
No, it's not Boston.
There we go.
It's not Boston.
One team we could not convince for him to land with, and that's the Celtics.
Yep.
Take a break here on Boston has entered the chat. When we're back, we'll get into you guys, voice of the fans, voicemails, emails, all that, YouTube comments as well. But make sure, as always, to get the latest up-to-date live Boston sports headlines and everything happening across sports and culture. Catch Boston has entered the chat every 8 to 9 a.m. on NESN, 9 to 10 a.m. on NESN Nation. That's Boston has entered the chat every Monday through Friday.
Come on.
Welcome back to Boston has entered the chat, Trav. We're going to get into, would you say it's your favorite part of the show, too?
Oh, the people?
Yes.
This show is for the people, by the people. This is why we do it.
Preach, brother.
Of course it's my favorite part.
Make sure you can leave us a voicemail, 617-790-0928. You can email us, thechat@nesson.com. Tweet at us using the hashtag NessonChat2, or 617-790-0928. That's also his personal cell. So you can leave him a voicemail
Bring it on.
as well.
No one else calls me, so I'll take it.
The 3 a.m. call, he'll be up.
I'll be up.
He'll be up. He'll be watching Kobe highlights. Let's get to this first one. Here's an anonymous Red Sox fan talking about Jaren Duran, the trade deadline, and Alex Bregman, why he wants him out too. Check it out.
Let's talk about some things real quick. Duran, stop with the trade talk. The guy's everything you need. Yeah, is he a little flaky? Does he care too much? Sometimes it affects how he plays. Okay, I'll take that over hustle every game. I mean, single, he turns into double. Double, he turns into a triple. He's the first one in the dugout with a home run to put the helmet on. I mean, come on. We have a plethora of outfielders. That's a great thing to have because injuries happen. So unless you're getting a stud pitcher, get rid of Bregman. He's not going to sign another deal. But there's no studs anybody wants to get rid of. So keep it going, man. And that's about what I got, man. And I'm scared of our pitcher tonight. You never know what he's going to bring. So I'm hoping and I'm putting positive energy out there. He does well tonight so we can keep this going and go Red Sox.
So, at the end, clearly that voicemail, he left it before last night's game.
He's
Sox,
talking about
great 4-3 win.
Bueller.
I was scared of him, too, but he grinded out. 6 innings pitched, just 3 earned runs. That's end of the day for Walker Buehler.
Yes.
Whatever the walks are, whatever the case, just 3 earned runs.
That's right.
You would take that from Walker Buehler over 6 innings every time.
Yes.
Starting with the Duran talk, I understand the energy he brings, and that's what you point to. And Alex Cora, you ask him himself, he always goes, he's the motor of the lineup. When he's rolling, everyone gets rolling.
He really is, bro.
His defense has dropped off since last season.
It has.
The issues have not stopped of him tracking fly balls, making reads off the bat, just in spots, going from a guy that was a stud in left field to looking like he's lost out in left field.
Yeah.
You see those flashes. The bat has been up and down. Last month of the season, we see a sub-800 OPS, but truncated to these last 2 weeks, picked it back up.
Yes, he did.
But if this guy gets you a 2-3 starter in your rotation, a high-leverage, really good relief pitcher, because as you saw last night when Chris Murphy, Garrett Whitlock, and Aroldis Chapman can go 3 innings, 0 earned runs, and shut the game out, you need more arms so you can get those guys rest. Or if he brings him a first baseman with a power bat, that's everything the Red Sox need. Again, what's the return for Jaren Duran? Because he is seen as a player by other teams. That's a guy, if we have depth at one spot, we can trade for him, and he'd push us over the hump to fill a void that we have.
You're not talking prospects. You're talking about who can help you now.
Real guys right now.
You like the kid in Minnesota, Ryan.
Joe Ryan's really good. He's
available.
His sweeper's his number 2 pitch.
Yeah.
He's a career-high ERA, sub-3. That's someone that Craig Breslow and Andrew Bailey would love, and that's someone that Alex Cora would love to have in his rotation. Joe Ryan makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's also arms available bullpen-wise as well. I'm with you. I know, I preface my comments, I'm a prisoner of the moment because I don't want to trade anyone. And I know the business of this, and I know how this stuff works, right?
Why don't you want to trade anyone?
I don't want to trade anyone because I love the way this team is playing, and I love the team chemistry, and I just feel like if you move someone now.
It was the Nats and the Rockies.
Yeah, but
two worst teams in baseball.
Bro, last night, bro.
And that was one small sample size.
Yeah, but that was this team a month ago would have lost that game last night.
Fair.
I like everything that's happening. And I feel like right now, if you traded a Duran or a Bregman or whoever, by the way, what's his name? Anonymous? Okay, you didn't put your name on it. What do you mean Bregman's not going to resign? How the hell do you know? You don't know that. So I'm going back to what I said. I don't want to trade any damn body right now. I want to just stick this out. Now, if you can add, and you don't have to give up any of these marquee players, I'm with that. But a Duran, a Bregman, all these names we just toss out like Skittles. I don't want to lose any of them. Just like Skittles. I want them all. Keep them all in my damn bag. I don't want to get rid of anyone.
I am not trading Alex Bregman after that was massive free agency signing. And this is a team, again, I want them in the postseason, and you know who helps them in the postseason figure it out?
Alex Bregman.
Bingo. I'm not trading him. I would like to point out, though, he did mention something he loves about Jarren Duran. He's the first guy after a home run to have the helmet that Wally had.
Sure.
He enjoys good celebrations.
Who doesn't?
Jeff in Westfield. Jeff, I hope your coffee's tasting better this morning, my man. I hope it's a lot better. Still love you.
It's Alex.
But there was a lot of this yesterday. Let's get to our second voicemail. Here's our guy, Alan from Arizona. Oh, he's a normal caller. I like this. Alan, what you got for us, bro?
Alan from Arizona, originally from Lawrence. First of all, I don't know where you guys see Devers as a Hall of Famer. He had a great season, 2021. Other than that, he was a good player, not a great player. He ain't never going to the Hall of Fame unless he's a visitor. Have a good day, guys. Go Boston.
So Rafi, through his age 27 season, he was putting together the same numbers that track with Scott Rowland, Adrian Beltre, Hall of Famers, Nolan Arenado, Ryan Zimmerman. One day will be Hall of Famers. He's the 10th player in Major League history to be 27 or younger with 200 home runs, 250 doubles, and an 850 OPS. The other 9, Mike Trout, Miguel Cabrera, Albert Pujols, Alex Rodriguez, Ken Griffey Jr., Hank Aaron, Hal Trosky, Jimmy Fox, Mel Ott. He's a Hall of Famer.
Alan, that sun out there in Arizona is cooking you, dog. Now, there's a little bit of jealousy here because I know it's sunny every day out there, but, man, you might have to come back to Lawrence. I don't like Rafi as much as you don't, but damn it, this guy has Hall of Fame talent. He's not going to go to the Hall of Fame for leadership. He's not going to go to the Hall of Fame for maturity.
No.
He's not going to go to the Hall of Fame for communication skills and telling you what he needs and how he feels. He's not going to do any of that. But for this baseball game, man, listen to me. If he stays healthy, that's a Hall of Fame player.
He's a top 5 bat every year. He's one of the best hitters in his generation. That makes you a Hall of Famer. Did he say he'll be a visitor, not in there?
He said the only Hall of Fame he'll ever see is if he's visiting.
You think Rafael Devers would ever visit Cooperstown, New York?
Hell no.
Bruh.
No.
That drive, no chance.
No.
Here's one from Jorge Contreras. Great name, Jorge. Great name. What worries me about Duran being traded is the spark and speed he brings when he's on base.
Yes.
That's been really helpful. I get Abreu's power, but I don't know, man. It's pretty hard.
Yes.
All right, that spark and speed, you really want that when he's on base? That's David Hamilton. But I want David Hamilton optioned when Bregman comes back up. Abreu's power, that's what makes him a trade piece. He leads the team in home runs. He has 18. Yeah. You know who's second on the team with 15? Rafael Devers and Trevor Story.
Gee.
This team needs power, but also Abreu's glove and his power is coveted by other teams.
Yeah.
Jarren Duran makes sense, though, because that's a guy with a lot of potential and cost control, too.
Jorge's talking about the spark and speed he brings on the base.
Look, man, they need pitching.
I talk about the spark he brings, period.
Yeah.
I like the aura. I like the swag. I like the energy that Duran brings to this team, and I think that stuff matters. People roll their eyes at that, especially in baseball, because it's all about numbers and analytics and what can you get for trade value and blah, blah, blah. What about the stuff you can't quantify? What about the stuff he brings to this team? These guys love Duran. Love him. The town loves him. The fans love him. There is an energy that is palpable that cannot be measured. So if you just trade this guy off for some arm, I get it. It's business, but you can't replace that.
Yeah. All right, next one. Nittany Lions, 1972. Sorry, you're a Penn State fan.
We are
Between outfield and DH, they have 4 positions, yet have 5 everyday players. Duran, Abreu, Rafaela, Anthony, Yoshida.
Oh, my God.
Everyday Yoshida. Someone has to go because an asset is being wasted. They need another starting pitcher. The players with the most value to get an MLB-tested pitcher is Duran or Abreu, yes. In order of preference to get dealt, Abreu, Duran, Rafaela, almost untouchable. Anthony, untouchable unless the name Paul Skeens comes up. But if Paul Skeens is a return, then it goes way more than Roman Anthony. Yoshida has no value to get a starting pitcher, so he doesn't compute. Pitching is by far the most important. If you can move Duran and Dobbins for Joe Ryan, that makes them a better team. Crochet, Ryan, Bayo, Giolito in the playoffs is imposing. Pitching is paramount. Nittany Lions, I love you writing out that full thing.
Dog.
It's all logic.
I'm fighting for my life trying to read. I'm going to be honest with you. George is going to handle this one because here's who I am. When I see things that long, like a scribe like that, I say, I'm not reading all that, so congratulations or I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I don't know.
The literal meme.
I lost relationships, George, because girls would send me these books like text. Travis, you make me feel... And I would just write K. I'm not reading all that. The K got me a lot of X's, bro. So you handle this one. He lost me the first 3 sentences. He lost me after 3 sentences.
If Yoshida gets you a good relief pitcher, you move him. But you're right in this one, Nittany Lions. It's all about the return. And Jarren Duran and Wilyer Abreu are going to be the most coveted guys. The Red Sox will not move Ceddanne Rafaela. Contract, he's the best center fielder in baseball. They love him. That's a guy that they developed coming up through the system. Wilyer Abreu, I don't think they move because he's young and has a control. Jarren Duran, it just everything points to him. Where it's also the natural move of Jarren Duran out, Roman Anthony to left. That's what can happen too if Jarren Duran's dealt. For the return, yeah, I wanted Joe Ryan.
Hey, George. Okay.
Thank you. Here's ATGN70 defending Rafael Devers. So we're going to push the guy who legitimately has a bad back and groin and take a bunch of grounders at first while he's hitting 200 and struggling with all of the changes. That's just great. Let's just rile up all of the idiots who equate first base defensively softball to baseball. Got it. Your job is to create problems. Great job. Or just let him work on first base in the offseason like he told everyone he would and just calm down. He could have worked on it in the offseason.
They were trying.
They asked him in spring training.
That's where all this started,
and he said no. That's where I can't defend him. I'm sorry, guys. It's early.
They did try. Did you miss the whole offseason? Did you just skim through the offseason? Did you pay attention to Nesson during spring training? Or did you just skim through that too? This is where it started, man. Lord have mercy.
I'm sorry I threw my pen at you.
Could have took my eye out.
No one's paying it. I made sure how I threw it.
Could have made good TV.
I made sure how I threw it. I would never do that to you, bro. I'd give my eye for you, literally. Here's one from Arshad Ali. Habibi? Right. I like this name.
All right.
On UNC and Bill Belichick. Okay. Who Belichick dates is his business.
Oh, Lord.
These alums need to get a clue. What's been laughable is how the football team has failed to meet up to the standard. What's the standard in North Carolina?
What are you talking about?
All this foolishness about reputation is secondary to winning. Reputation aside, wins and losses drive the full narrative. NC State didn't consider reputation when they hired Will Wade, but look at how that has elevated their basketball program.
Oh, please.
He hasn't coached a game yet. Will Wade, his wife isn't the biggest distraction in the world.
Also, what Will Wade got in trouble for is now legal in basketball, so I don't know what we're talking about.
Thank you. It may be legal. It's not morally right what Bill Belichick's doing. You know what I'm talking about.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Please chill and let the coaches and players do their thing. I personally don't care about the woman. She means nothing to me, but our sports programs do.
What?
She means everything to Bill. That's the thing.
That's the problem.
But here's the thing. You cannot separate them. It's not church and state. It's not however you want to put it.
That's right.
It's not just football with Bill anymore, and that's the issue.
I can't.
And you're paying him all that money.
Bro, he invented don't be a distraction. And he's a distraction. That's the whole point of this. He's a distraction to the program.
He lets it exist.
That's right. That's right.
And it doesn't make sense.
Be a professional, in the words of George.
And he never does that.
No.
Anymore.
And I'm telling you, I know we keep talking about the drama and the romance and the age gap and all that. From a football standpoint, George, that ACC is no joke, my friend. There is no foregone conclusion that the UNC Tar Heels will be any good because of the other teams in that ACC.
Miami, Clemson, SMU, Boston College. It goes on and on that list. Vatech, what UVA could become.
Telling you.
It's a gauntlet.
It is.
ACC. Hey, we'll take another break here on Boston is Enter the Chat. When we get back, we'll get into what's trending. OKC talking plenty of money. The NHL keeping the draft as is at some point. And yeah, as I mentioned, those Wilt Chamberlain highlights in color, the video, let alone the color video.
Okay.
We got those coming up after the break, too. That's Boston's End of the Chat right here on NESN. You catch on NESN Nation as well. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to Boston's End of the Chat in the Salem 5 studios. Trev.
Yeah.
Breakfast.
Yeah, I was going to say, can we do that for what's trending?
Pancakes or eggs? Sweet
Both.
or savory?
Both.
Yes.
Like pancakes.
Pancakes?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. You like cake for breakfast?
I mean, I haven't had cake for breakfast, but it's intriguing.
If you've had pancakes, what's the difference between pancakes and funfetti cake for breakfast?
You're cooking here.
I'm just saying.
You're cooking.
Breakfast is a social construct. We'll get into that down the road. Hey, want to leave a voicemail about that? 617-790-0928. Is breakfast a social construct, or is it right you should only have eggs before noon?
I see the vision here.
But let's get into what's trending. Talking about breakfast, I mean, the Oklahoma City Thunder, they're just waking up and eating money. That's what they have for breakfast, and good for them.
Bro.
They have now committed $822 million.
What's Shefty doing
Jalen
here?
Williams, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Chet Holmgren. He always tries, dude, he's a great...
What's Shefty doing?
Bro, stay out of this. Stay out of this. Like, you have the NFL squared off. I remember seeing him do sidelines for NBA games. I'm like, come on, bro.
Good for
many people would kill for that job, including me. No. Stay away.
Hey,
yes,
Shefty,
man.
I appreciate the versatility of Shefty.
No.
I was just shocked to see the tweet.
No.
That's all.
No.
I was shocked to see.
Mr. Editor. SGA, Jalen, and Chet alone, $120 million this season.
Bro.
They will cost $140 million next season. This is what's coming down for the Thunder. Hey, what we see with the Celtics now.
That's it.
The Thunder are about to go through. They have a ring to show for it.
Yes.
But also what I like is that they're doing this and Sam Presti going, we will deal with this later.
Yeah.
Sign them now, keep them happy, keep the core together. You could get back-to-back rings,
yeah,
and then you start the conversation, second apron, repeater tax, etc.
Same exact thing the Celtics are doing or have done, except the timeline's different. They did build around Tatum and Brown, so they had 2 instead of 3 in the Thunder's case, right? And also, Tatum and Brown, by the time we got to championship level, are in their primes, right? Timeline-wise, and then you surround them with veterans, Porzingis, Drew Holiday, and the rest. And we know the rest of the story. You got 1 ring. You should have got more, but that's another topic for another chat. With the Thunder, all these guys are young, entering. I think SGA is probably front end of his prime. I think he's in his prime. But I think Chet...
Front end, yes.
Huh?
Front end.
Yeah, the front end of the prime. That's what I'm saying. He's entering. He's in that prime, but he just got there kind of thing. The other 2 are entering it. So, look, the Thunder's timeline is different. But bills are bills, okay? Bills are due. So in 2 or 3 years from now, you watch. It's going to be those 3 and a bunch of people from the Y. Now, the good thing for the Thunder is they have draft picks from now until the year 3000.
Yeah.
Like, they have draft picks out the yin-yang.
Yeah.
And they draft well, clearly.
Yeah.
So you just keep drafting, keep putting these young, cheap kids around these 3, taking all your money up, and they should be just fine, and they should be a dynasty. Mm-hmm. How many times have we said that, including the team in town?
Yeah.
I mean, every champion now. Are the Nuggets going to be a dynasty with Jokic? Are the Celtics the new dynasty?
Parody.
So
but they're making
we haven't
the push.
seen it yet.
But they're making the push.
But they're making the push.
So Chet Holmgren, 23.
Are you doing math?
Jalen Williams, 24. SGA's 27.
Carry the 1.
6, 8, carry the 1. 88% of the cap. That's what these 3 are contributing to.
Lord have mercy.
Starting in the season, in the 2028-2029 season. 88%. 88% of the cap. 88.
Those 3 and a bunch of dudes from the Y. That's what that roster is going to be.
Imagine being Jalen Williams. You're 24 years old. You sign this piece of paper and you see $41 million hit the bank account.
You know what, though? He's mature. So's Chet. So's SGA.
None of them drink.
Nope.
The first time they ever had a sip of beer, you can see it on the other J-Dub, Jay Will's face, was celebrating that ring.
Bro.
It's a modern-day NBA. It's kids coming up now.
Did you see how many unopened champagne bottles there were in that locker room?
You know what?
I wish I was there. I'd have been pouring it all over myself.
2 things they're going to experience. They're going to remember the parade, or they had the parade. They're remembering the parade.
That parade was trash.
And they're not going to learn how to deal with a hangover either, which is good. Yeah, they wish they forgot
that parade was trash.
So the NHL is voting to keep the draft decentralized. And, man, the fans were not happy about that at all. So what decentralized draft means, the GMs, the owners, won't be where the draft is being held. It's remote for them.
All right.
Here's from TJ Chapman. That was painful to watch. Hopefully, if they do vote to keep it decentralized, they decide to basically redo everything else that was involved in this year's draft. I don't know what they can do to make that good, but not doing that again would be a start. That was having it remote. that was having it in the sphere. Boo!
Boo this man.
Look, the NBA draft is decentralized. What draft? That was just a bad Zoom call. Yes, and that's what it came down to.
This ain't 2020.
The NBA, the NFL, those drafts are decentralized.
Right.
The only people at the draft are the prospects, their families, and then the broadcasters. But think about it. They go to the Patriots war room in Foxborough. They go to the Packers war room, which was right down the road from where the draft was held.
Sure.
What the NHL got wrong is they tried too hard to make it a thing and rope in the teams. We all know the viral James Hagan's draft interview.
Yeah.
He's talking to Cam Neely, Don Sweeney, and Marco Sturm.
It was weird.
And then the Zoom got disconnected.
Yeah.
Just keep it simple. Less is more. You draft a prospect, the interviewer interviews James Hagan's, you show the reaction shot for the Bruins in their war room, and that's it. The NHL tries too hard at certain things. Keep it decentralized. That's fine. You don't need that. But you just don't need to make it all these bells and whistles. The one thing that's good about the NHL draft, though, when it was centralized, you would have all the GMs on the same floor, tables right next to each other, where they could literally get up, walk to one another, talk through, and make trades happen. And that's what I think NHL fans want. If you keep it decentralized, keep it simple. If you centralize it, make sure trades are happening.
Can I ask you a question and you answer me and break it down like I'm a 5-year-old so I can stay with you?
Okay.
Because all this stuff confuses me. What's the problem with doing what the NFL does? Because it's an event, it's box office, there's concerts, there's a big deal, what is that?
Nothing.
Yeah. What's the problem?
And that's what the NHL...
Just follow that model. It's already being done.
And the NHL tried to overthink and be trailblazers and stuff. That's what they tried. They overcomplicated it. Keep it decentralized, keep it simple, or centralize it, and then the trades will happen. That's what hockey fans are really asking for, the decentralization of it all. What are we talking, like politics?
That's why
the decentralization of the NHL.
Talk to me like a 5-year-old, because I've already gone cross-eyed in this segment.
The draft being remote, they try to overcome the issues. No one wants to see that.
You creeped her out.
Keep it simple. That's all it is. All right, let's get to this third trending topic.
I can't wait.
Wilt Chamberlain. It's going around now on Twitter.
Yeah.
There are colored highlights of him in high school.
Look at this.
That is Wilt Chamberlain in 4K.
Somebody look at this.
Playing high school basketball. Look at that. What? He can do that? What was that? I had no idea. You're telling me we have colored highlights of him in high school. Look at this. I can see the facial hair, the mustache. He must have doctorated his birth certificate. But there's no footage of 100 points. It didn't happen, bro.
It did not.
Give Kobe his 81.
Thank you. All we have is that stupid picture of Wilt with the 100 where he's holding it and it says 100. And we're supposed to believe that this is all we got. That sold for $214,000. Really? The score sheet? That's not a score sheet. It's a dude holding 100 on a paper. But we're supposed to believe that. But we have 4K high school footage from 1954 or whenever.
Look, man.
But we don't have one bucket, not one, from the 100-point game. Somebody's lying, and it's Wilton them. Kobe should have had a record, 81 points. We watched that. Jalen Rose can't walk down the street without someone yelling 81. So, I mean, Kobe, the late, great Kobe, should be the record, not this Wilt nonsense. It's cap.
I could not believe. If we could pull up that footage again, please, can we roll on his high school footage? It's high school highlights. This dude was in high school in like 1923. Then watch this, in full court, grabs the rebound, and does this. And it's in color. We can see the blue on the opponent's jerseys. We can see his high school jerseys.
I'm crying.
We can see the beautiful color of his skin. This man was one of the best players to play in the NBA. Allegedly scored 100 points in a game. And we still don't have footage of that. But we have him in high school? No, man. Come on. This is wild.
Oh, I love this show, man. Yeah, this is somebody's lying.
He had a mustache. Now, here's my second thing on Will.
Now you want to check the birth certificate.
Look, man, you know me. As a young Arab man, I had to start shaving when I was in 6th grade. It wasn't fun. But I did not have a stash like that.
Oh, my God.
You're telling me that dude was 18? No, that ain't happening. I'm not buying that.
I'm sorry, man. I usually try to be humble, but this is the best show on TV, man. This is unbelievable.
And everything in the name of the late, great, the legend Kobe Bryant, give him his 81.
The 81 should be the record because we saw every basket.
If a tree falls in a forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make some noise? I'm going to say yes because I've seen trees fall. Did Wilt Chamberlain score 100 points? I'm going to say no because no one's seen that happen. No one's seen that happen in an NBA game.
I love how it said, we saw the score sheet. It's him holding a 100. It's not a score sheet.
Bro, could you imagine paying $214,000
for that?
For something that may have never happened. People got too much damn money.
Oh, I'm crying, bro.
You know who's having too much fun? Not just us, but the Red Sox as well. We'll get into that. 7 wins in a row, beating the Rays 4-3. Walker Buehler, Marcelo Meyer, Aroldis Chapman all showing up. And we'll talk more. Who will be where when Alex Bregman returns? That's coming up after the break right here on Boston Has Entered the Chat.
Will, you're a liar.
He's dead, man. Show some respect. Welcome back to Boston Has Entered the Chat. 7, count it, 7 wins in a row for the Red Sox. 5 games above 500.
Hey.
But this one more important than the last 6.
Yes, yes.
They were down against the Rays.
Good team. The Rays are a decent team.
And it's Marcelo Meyer with an RBI double. Ceddanne Rafaela with a 2 RBI hit.
Yes.
They get the lead 4-3. And then we see Chris Murphy, Garrett Whitlock, Aroldis Chapman. 1-2-3, 3 innings pitched, 0 earned runs.
Yeah.
And the Red Sox don't just get a comeback win against the Rays, who's a very good baseball team, but also a 1-run win.
That's right.
They haven't had that in quite some time. And this is a team now playing different styles of baseball, winning in different ways, and a complete win like this.
I think you're being kind. I mean, a month ago, let's call it how we see it, this team would have threw up all over themselves and lost a damn game. You're being nice.
With Taj Bradley absolutely shoving. He was so good for the Rays.
It was a complete team win. I think you named it there. I mean, I'm looking at the box score as we talk. Buehler, he grinded it out. We'll give him that credit.
6 inning pitch, 3 earned runs, just 3 earned runs, just 3 walks. So take from him.
He grinded that out, okay? RBIs from all the youngsters here. Roman Meyer, Rafaela, Whitlock was clutch. Chapman. Can we talk about Chapman for a minute, bro? Like,
he's all-star again.
Oh, my God. He is nails. Closes the show, complete team win, comeback. You saw everything. You saw everything you want to see in that game. I would like more runs.
Yep.
I think we talked about this. The offense still worries me a bit. But it was a complete team win. And, look, I understand we're in the midst of a win streak. But we talked earlier this week about how awful the Nationals and the Rockies are. The Red Sox, credit to you, you're supposed to beat who's in front of you, bad or good or whatever, or indifferent. These teams were, they're historically bad. Last night was the first time, that's why I told you, I know I'm a prisoner of the moment, because I don't want to trade anybody right now with the way this team is playing, because last night is the first time I felt like, okay, this is sustainable and it is legit.
Yeah.
It is legitimate what they're doing. That was a great, not good, that was a great team win last night, complete team win. Credit to Alex Cora, too. You know what? We're hard on Alex Cora when we need to be. This is one of those situations you have to give credit where it's due, too. If we're going to be tough on him, we got to give him props, too. Great team win last night.
This was Taj Bradley, only allowed 2 hits, had 1 earned run, 88 pitches, and Kevin Cash pulls him. There's something about the Rays and wanting their pitchers to go deep. They just don't allow it.
Their analytics.
But that is part of it where you're watching him shove and you go, okay, this is a game that's getting tight.
Yeah.
And then what have we seen the Red Sox bats do as well? They'll start hot and get cold at the end of the games.
Yeah.
This was a team that finished with very few hits on the night. Altogether, they had just 4. And they had that Roman Anthony RBI to at least get them that 1 run to start.
Yeah.
When the bullpen came in, sharks smelling blood in the water, they took over. I think that's what's so important. They won. It was Marcelo Meyer with a great double that he beamed out to the outfield. Ceddanne Rafaela, tough at bat, was down to 2 strikes. Reaches out, gets 1, and pushes it out. Was smart with his swing, was smart with his bat, and continues to be one of the best hitters in this lineup. They win 4-3. It's a 1-run win, and they continue to look up to that ownership box and that front office and go, give us more. Give us the resources we need because we are a good team.
You and I talked about the NL yesterday and how, there are behemoths, particularly in the NL West, right?
Yeah.
I'm just talking American League with you right now. I'm looking at these other divisions. The AL East is the best division in the American League. I don't even think it's an argument. That's not a hot take. None of that. The Orioles are struggling, but they're playing well right now. They're getting hot, right?
Yeah.
They've been playing well lately.
But the top four,
bro.
Yankees, Blue Jays, Rays, Red Sox.
This is the best division in the American League.
Where the Royals have been struggling this year. Tigers are by far the best team in the AL. It's the Astros and the Mariners are right. That offense is still outside of Cal Raleigh even a lot.
This is the best division in the American League. And watch, the O's are playing better.
Yeah.
So top to bottom, totality, collectively, it is the best division in the American League. And you could hold it up to some of these teams in the NL. Now, we're going to find out.
Yeah.
Because when you come out of that All-Star break, my friend, you will see some of those heavies in the NL. So we'll see. It's a
Phillies,
good
Cubs,
litmus
Dodgers
test.
to start, Astros twice.
We'll see.
We'll get into it.
But right now, as we go into the All-Star break, listen, I don't think it's a hot take. I think the AL East is the best division in the American League. No arguments.
And now this is a team, this is where it gets interesting. They're a half game back of the Rays now, but in the final wild card spot.
Yes.
Pull off another win, then all of a sudden you get another game advantage. It's a half-game lead on the Rays. If they take 3 of 4, that's 1.5 games you could be up. Maybe you leave all of this just 1 game up on the Rays.
Sure.
But that would be a team that's in the second wild card spot.
Yeah.
Not just 5 games above 500 in that second wild card spot. Finally, it's more than keeping your head above water. It's all of a sudden you're starting to tread and you're catching your breath, and then they can make some progress.
Hey, this could be kind of reckless, but if you can win tonight, you got Crochet, then you have Bayo. The way Bayo pitched last time out, could we be looking at, I mean, am I crazy to think?
10 wins in a row going into the All-Star break? Crochet's a stopper, and Bayo's been on fire.
Is it crazy to think?
And what the Rays has got, it's not.
Okay.
Because of who the pitchers are, and if they can keep their composure to win tight games.
You got to win tonight.
Yes.
You got to get tonight.
Yes,
I feel
literally
good with
to get the
Crochet,
sweep, but also, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, if they take 3 or 4 against the Rays, because what did we say? Sweep the Rockies, take 2 or 3 against the Nats, split with the Rays.
Yes.
If they take 3 or 4 against, like, if they split with the Rays, dude, you got money in the bank right now with the advantage that they've made.
Sure.
So here's a question now. There are the reports that Alex Bregman will return and play at some point in this series, right? Got Friday, Saturday, Sunday left. Alex Cora said he will return. Alex Bregman's looking good. What does this lineup look like, and what do they look like defensively? Literally, who is playing where if Alex Bregman's back at third base for the Red Sox?
Could it be tonight, George?
Could
we get Bregman tonight?
If he's ready, why not?
That's what I'm saying.
But this is a team that Marcelo Meyer with the big hit playing third base. What do you do with this defensive
I'm going to shock
lineup?
you here, maybe. I don't know where you're going here. I'm going to shock you. The way he's swinging the bat right now, I'm going to put Duran at DH.
Okay.
I'm going to go, my outfield, I'll go Roman, Abreu, and Rafaela.
Okay.
You got to give Bregman the hot corner. I'll go Story short. Look, I know everyone says platoon. I like Gonzalez at first base, personally.
Okay.
I'll go Marcelo at second. Who am I missing? That's
Abraham Toro, you're taking him out of the lineup. He's been one of the best bats.
But I'm okay with it. Doesn't matter. Like, it's fine.
It's
Whoever
a platoon at first. It's Toro
platoon.
Gonzalez.
I personally like Romy Gonzalez.
I'm the same lineup as you.
Okay.
So I go Abraham Toro at first. He's been great.
All right. Yeah, no problem.
Marcelo Meyer at second.
Agreed.
Alex Bregman at third. Trevor Story at short.
Yes.
And then how it could fall.
Who's your DH?
My DH is Roman Anthony. I have Jaron Duran in the left.
Okay, so we just
Roman
switched.
Anthony in center. Wilyer Abreu in right field. Right? And then, of course, Carlos Narvaez behind the dish. My thing is...
We have the same lineup.
Right. The talk is when Alex Bregman is playing at third, does Marcelo Meyer get optioned to the minor league just to make space? And that's normal Major League Baseball stuff.
Yeah.
No. He could play second. He could be your starter.
Yeah.
What you do with this is David Hamilton goes down to AAA.
Yeah.
You want to have the best lineup. And Alex Cora, after a game, is saying this is the deepest our lineup has ever been.
Yes.
What you could have is Toro, Marcelo, Bregman, Story, Duran, Rafaela, Abreu, Roman. In your field.
Yeah.
And then on the bench, Connor Wong, Romy Gonzalez, Rob Refsnyder, and then Yoshida, who could be your DH. And then when you look at your designated hitter, it could be Roman Anthony one night.
Yeah.
It could be Masataka
move
Yoshida
Duran
one night.
there.
Alex Bregman, exactly. Jaron Duran.
I like Duran.
If Duran's at DH, Roman Anthony goes to left.
That's what I'm saying.
If Alex Bregman needs a day off at third, you put him at DH, and then Marcelo Meyer goes to third.
Can we have that combo? Because I don't want to
And then Romy Gonzalez plays second.
I don't want to start
Look at
no
this flexibility.
Shaq. I don't want to start no Shaq. Bregman should be at third. Can we just put that out there, right? Stamp it. Boom. Okay, now let's have this conversation. I like Marcelo Meyer at third. He is nasty on that hot corner.
He's so good defensively.
He is so good,
He looks
bro.
so comfortable.
So you know what? Like, we talked about this earlier in the show when we got some calls about it. If you lose Bregman contractually, big picture, I'm cool with Marcelo Meyer at third. For the future. I'm cool with that.
I think that's
I want him
somewhat
at
what he
second.
profiles at, too. Long-term to be a third baseman.
You think so?
He's bigger. He's still growing. He's athletic. He can play short. But I think long-term Major League level, he's a third baseman. He showed he has a glove and the arm, though. Nothing wrong with being a third baseman, man.
No, hell no.
Get paid.
Nothing wrong with it. Yeah. I like him at third, but I want Bregman there. That's what I'm saying. You can't even have this conversation because people are like, well, what are you going to... No, I like Bregman at third, but I'm saying, futuristically speaking, if Bregman's not here or if he gets a day off, I just love what I saw from Marcelo Meyer at third base. I did.
One more look I give, too. My issue with the DH right now is I want pop. I want power.
Yeah.
And you're saying Marcelo Meyer should be playing third, or could be, because he's so good defensively. You're saying more of could be.
Yes.
Why wouldn't Alex Bregman be your designated hitter? Because that's your power righty bat. That's the best bat in your lineup.
Especially
and he
coming back
concentrates
from injury.
on hitting.
Yeah.
And he concentrates on hitting.
Yeah.
And he'd strike the fear of God into opposing pitchers. Marcelo Meyer third, Trevor Story at short, Romy Gonzalez at second, Abraham Toro at first. And then fine, hey, Bregman, go play third today. We're going to have Cello back to second.
Yeah.
Again, it's the flexibility they have in the depth. It's not just how deep the lineup is, it's how deep they are defensively.
By the way, I want to take shots at players that aren't here anymore. The best thing about Bregman, remember, when he signed here, they said, well, you know, so-and-so's at third. He said, I'll play wherever you need me.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So in your scenario, I only bring that up because in your scenario, Bregman wouldn't have a problem with it.
No.
He'd say, no problem. Where do you need me? As long as I'm out on the field helping us win, I'm good. That's the kind of players you need.
One word I'm thinking of starts with a P. You know what it is.
Yes, I do.
What is it?
Professional. Oh, okay.
Can you be a professional for once yourself?
I didn't say it.
It's 8:55 in the morning. I had to double check the clock. You
do always say that. Be a professional.
And that's what Bregman can be.
That's what he can be. Well, that's what it is. And that's why you move off of other players who can't be professionals.
Yes. You were thinking of party, I know you were. That's what you always think about any time of day.
It doesn't matter.
That's what it is on this show.
Party o'clock.
That's what it is on the show. Bosses enter the chat. It's a party every morning. Make sure to catch us every Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 a.m. on Nesson, 9 to 10 a.m. on Nesson Nation. Always, always, always catch us right there. That's every Monday through Friday. Also, wherever you get your podcasts, you can listen to us. And wherever you watch your podcasts, like YouTube, go to Nesson's YouTube page, hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and join the chat. Yourself, 617-790-0928 to leave us a voicemail. We'll see you guys in Nesson Nation every day, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right there.